Hi, here's the topic for today. Suffering and evil. How to deal with it. 4 things I want to mention. First, there is an intellectual part. Is there a good God? Is this God all-powerful? Why so much evil? The conclusion, there is no God. There is an intellectual issue to solve for those who believe in God, of course. But there is also an emotional, experiential part. Evil and suffering is something that we see around us, we see inside of us. We struggle, there is pain, there is suffering. The question is, how can we make sense out of it? How can we respond to it? Very important. That's the first thing. Second, suffering and evil. It's not something for one group also to solve. It's something that everybody has to solve. An atheist, an agnostic, a Christian, a Muslim, any religion has to deal with the problem of evil. Explain what it is. Try to make sense. Does it fit in my worldview, in the way my religion or view of the world explains reality? How does evil fit in there? And how can I respond in a way to press on and continue with my life? That's the second part. Everybody has to give a response, not only one group. My third point. What is evil? Well, here is how Christianity would explain it. Evil is not a thing. It is the absence of good. That's Augustine who expressed it in a way, but he also was based on the historical account of the Bible, which says that God created human beings in his own image. God is a moral God. He's a good God. We are moral beings, created good, and we can recognize what is good and what is evil. Furthermore, we have our own conscience, which informs us when we do something wrong. Let's say, if somebody lies to us, we say, well, that's wrong. It's a lie. It is evil. Or if we lie to somebody else, our conscience comes and says us, not good. You did something wrong. You have to make it well again. That's the second point. We can explain why evil is there, what it is, in the Christian worldview. And my last point, fourth, how does Christianity respond to the problem of evil and suffering? Well, God became a person. The person of Jesus Christ, the historical person of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, claimed to be God in the flesh. He became a human being to solve, to uproot evil. How did he do it? Died on the cross, took care of evil, so that now, as a result, we can have forgiveness. We lied, we did evil things, our conscience can be cleansed if we ask forgiveness, and our relationship with God can be restored, so that we have this personal relationship with our Creator. That's the ultimate purpose of life, to know God, Christianity would say. And then, the third day, Jesus rose from the dead. He didn't stay in the tomb. He rose from the dead. The tomb is empty, and Jesus appeared to his disciples. So we know that life after death continues because there is a historical event that says Jesus rose from the dead. There is sufficient evidence to check this out. Well, then there is a response that explains why evil is there. It explains the intellectual part, I think, pretty well. There will always be issues that we cannot explain. Don't make any mistake. I'm not claiming here that I understand the whole thing. But Christianity is able, has the capacity to explain the whole issue in a very good way. So what is your way? How do you explain the presence of evil, what it is, why it is there, and how to deal with it? Leave a comment and I will be happy to interact with you. So, well, make sure you stay safe.